Ken Anderson in the ring here with our ring announcer, Brady.
Taking some issue with perhaps the way he was introduced.
Ladies and gentlemen, hi, how you doing? Folks, I weigh in tonight in an absolutely astonishing 236 1/4 pound. I hail from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Very important you get the "n." Put some emphasis on it, you know. Ha, ha, Mr. Ka.
I think he forgot where he was at.
Certainly seems to be the case.
Anderson! Wait for it! Wait for it. Anderson! Yeah!
This, of course, is for the WrestlePalooza F1rst Wrestling Championship coming out next.
That is the kind of prestige you are going to see going on here at Fully Loaded Wrestling. Last night and tonight, we had defenses of the 0-1 Tag Team Championships. Tonight, the F1rst Wrestling WrestlePalooza Championship being defended, and it's Fully Loaded Wrestling bringing those matches to the state of North Dakota.
Never been defended outside of F1rst Wrestling. It is the champion himself, the man, Ariya Daivari, in over 500-day reign as champion out there at WrestlePalooza. I talked to Eric Cannon earlier today, and he said that whomever wins this match tonight will be at Mill City Lights
His opponent
in
for this
Minnesota
match,
next month, defending that title.
from
Or would-
Tehran,
will be the
Iran,
champion present, whether the
weighing
title be
today at
defended or not, we don't know.
205 pounds, coming to you fresh from the Cruiserweight Classic, he is the F1rst Wrestling WrestlePalooza Champion, Chief Ariya Daivari.
Two Fully Loaded Wrestling fans will, of course, recognize, as our ring announcer Brady said, and from the t-shirt he's wearing, yes, that is Ariya Daivari. You may have seen him competing in the Cruiserweight Classic from that company in New York.
They sports entertain.
Right, they do that sports
But
entertainment.
this is wrestling. This is Fully Loaded Wrestling. This is also F1rst Wrestling. I'll get a shout out. Thank you very much to F1rst Wrestling for allowing us to have this title match here tonight. This is a match that could have easily headlined any event that they have, and we get it here at Fully Loaded Wrestling's No Escape, live from the Baymont Inn and Suites in Fargo, North Dakota.
And what a contest it's going to be.
Here we go. One fall to a finish.
Sheik Ariya Daivari, Mr. Anderson.
Both of these men have gone and sports entertained.
Now they're back here to wrestle, and this is going to be one hell of a match.
Ariya, Kennedy, these guys have, Anderson, they have faced before many times, not here, but elsewhere.
Anderson teasing the fans with his shirt here. Some of these fans wanting to go home with a souvenir. But he decides he's just going to keep that one to himself. I don't know, perhaps he's only got the one. Daivari now making like he's going to throw that title out.
Anderson and Daivari.
Is this match going to get underway? The bell is rung. Neither one of these men seem too eager to get started.
Little mind games here for the two veterans.
What's Mr. Anderson doing here now with the referee?
I think he's from Green Bay. He's trying to get him to do like the Lambeau leap.
You may be correct.
There's no may about it. I'm always correct.
Yeah, of course you
And
are.
if I'm not, then it needs to be changed to what I said.
The F1rst Wrestling WrestlePalooza title being defended at Fully Loaded Wrestling, No Escape. Just a very slow start here. Like I said, neither one of these men seeming too eager to dig into this match. Daivari sort of showboating for these fans a little bit. We of course saw his older brother Sean Daivari
Filled in for him last
competition
night.
at night 1 of No Escape in that 4-way against Chainsaw King, Eric Cannon, and Mr. Anderson. Looks like we're finally getting underway here. Collar and elbow tie up.
Anderson does have the size and strength advantage here. Ariya, obviously, the speed advantage and the champion's advantage. Nice wrist lock there from Ariya.
Ken Anderson taking right back over control.
the
Daivari
rope.
going to the ropes. Smart early maneuver. Anderson, of course, going to take every bit of that 5 count that he's allowed.
Both of these guys are going to take shortcuts. They both are not above maybe
Certainly
bending the rules.
It will, in that sense, it will definitely be a balanced contest. You're not wrong there, JJ.
Balanced in his unbalancedness.
Exactly.
Not even a word.
Neither one of these men have any compulsion against taking whatever shortcuts they need. Daivari, perhaps making like he might expose himself to this audience. We don't need to get the cops involved. Somebody keep that man under control. Now, what's Anderson? What is shenanigans at Fully Loaded Wrestling?
I'm not entirely sure what that was right there.
I'm just going to let that one slide, JJ. I think it's better we not ask too many questions. Mr. Anderson now maybe showing us a little of that sports entertaining we were talking about, giving these fans a little bit of a
Mind
chuckle
games.
at Daivari's expense. Mind games.
Trying to
certainly.
frustrate Ariya into making a mistake. Nothing he does, nothing Ken does in that ring is wasted movement. It's all part of a plan.
You can see that now, definitely showing the experience edge here. Daivari no slouch, but Anderson certainly has a few years on him. Great back and forth chain wrestling here now.
Off the rope goes Ariya. Oh!
Heavy shoulder block from Daivari takes Anderson to the mat.
Using that speed. Oh, good arm drag there. No wasted movement, like I said, right from an arm drag into a armbar modification here.
Wrenching away on that shoulder and elbow, just severe pain all up and down your arm in that hold. Daivari with his foot on the ropes, however, the referee's going to insist that Anderson break this hold. Daivari taking a powder out to the outside, maybe catching his breath, shake a little circulation back into that arm. Give himself a minute to recover. He does have a 20 count on the outside here.
No,
at Fully Loaded Wrestling.
this is under F1rst Wrestling
correct.
rules. It's 10.
Thank you for reminding me, JJ. I almost slipped up there.
I got you.
This is just the 10 count for the Fully Loaded rules. The F1rst Wrestling rules. Too many F's and W's. Mr. Anderson in the ring.
Ariya on the outside now again. He broke the count. Now he goes back to the outside. You should be content to just leave, get a count out, and keep your belt.
Certainly champion's advantage, that would be possible. However, I don't know that
Anderson following now.
I don't know that the officials at F1rst Wrestling would take too kindly to a champion who walks out on defenses.
Anderson drinking a beer from a fan. I don't know what kind of germs there are.
I don't think Ken Anderson's the kind of guy who's too terribly concerned about a few measly germs.
I am from these people.
These are respectable, decent people, JJ. Do not insult
you
these
seeing the
Fully
same
Loaded
crowd I'm
Wrestling
seeing?
fans. These are good people who paid their hard-earned money to come and see these matches. You should show some respect. They're the reason either one of us has a job.
The commissioner is the reason I have a job.
The commissioner.
I don't. Whose name's on the check?
Where's
That's what I thought.
Where does the money?
There we go
for
into the
check
corner.
come from?
Ariya firing off shots now.
Daivari.
Ariya punching and coming after Ken Anderson. As I think he's taken exception to the way Ken Anderson was acting on the outside, drinking beer and joking around.
Heavy right hand from Daivari. Now whipping. Mr. Anderson reverses the whip.
Ooh!
Sends Daivari into the corner and follows him in with a heavy clothesline.
Anderson now firing back. Oh, really throwing him into that corner.
Daivari definitely suffering the effects of Anderson's
Got out
strength
of it.
advantage. But Daivari once again taking himself to the outside, creating that separation between him and Anderson, allowing himself a moment to recover.
Anderson chasing after him.
Anderson is not going to put up.
Oh, a back rake.
So painful.
It's so simplistic in its violence.
Absolutely. What that will do is it will shoot pain down your back and really give then Mr. Anderson an opening to do something even more severe, as you said, just slamming Daivari's head off the apron.
Now he's punching him in the seated position as a fan holds him down. I don't know why the referee's allowing this. Referees count up to 5.
Mr. Anderson getting back in to break the count. Coming right back out to continue bringing the fight to Daivari. Daivari now looks like he's heading for the door. Oh, and Daivari now booting Anderson in the stomach. I do not know why the referee is allowing the action to continue on the outside here. He should be out there doing something.
He's counting. Oh! Oh, again,
Anderson
into that
bouncing
table.
Daivari's head off that table multiple times now.
Daivari just getting his butt kicked right now by Ken Anderson. As the referee continues to count, Anderson's got to be mindful of that count. If he gets counted out, he doesn't win the title. Oh, into that back first into that ring apron.
Incredibly painful for Daivari. He's clearly suffering a lot of damage to his back here.
And as Brady said, Daivari coming all the way from the Cruiserweight Classic yesterday, flying, all the way from Orlando, Florida to Fargo this morning. So imagine the fatigue he must be feeling wrestling matches and then flying all the way here at the last minute to participate here against Ken Anderson to defend his WrestlePalooza title.
Absolutely. Ken Anderson, of course, was here with
into
us
that turnbuckle.
on night 1 of No Escape. And so he was able to rest up well, get a good night's sleep, relax most of the day, prepare however he needed to. Daivari been traveling, but it doesn't seem to be to his detriment at the moment. Daivari in control of Mr. Anderson now. Anderson draped over the ropes, and Daivari just letting his weight drive Anderson's throat across that rope. The referee not going to allow that for very long.
Being very aggressive. Ariya, good back and forth action here. Oh, into that turnbuckle.
Hard into the turnbuckle. Anderson goes down to the mat. Daivari rolls him over and goes for the pin. Only a 1 count. Daivari staying right on Ken Anderson.
Big elbow there from Ariya. Ariya's been champion since January 2015. A long time as champion.
An impressive title reign in any promotion. F1rst Wrestling, of course, heavy competition. A lot of the wrestlers that you will see here at Fully Loaded Wrestling also competing for that promotion. Names like Eric Cannon, Darren Corbin, King of Throwdown Venom, 6% Body Fat Rob James. Heavy competition for that title. Ariya Daivari is no slouch. Ken Anderson is definitely going to have to bring his A game if he wants to win this belt here tonight.
In trouble now as the airways being restricted by one Mr. Ariya Daivari, brother of Sean Daivari. In complete control of Ken Anderson here.
The referee checking on Anderson, make sure that is a legal hold and not a choke or a strangle of some kind. Anderson
Checking the
seems
arm
to
here.
still be okay. The referee just continuing to keep an eye on him. Anderson now starting to fight his way back up. Daivari perhaps was not expecting Anderson to come back from this.
Big right hands down from Ken Anderson as he fires up. Ducks out of the clothesline, off the rope. Oh, and a knee! Right into the face of Ken Anderson.
It's that speed we were talking about earlier, JJ. Ariya Daivari incredibly quick. And it just great reaction and reflexes.
Calling for a super kick here, I believe.
Anderson stumbling back up.
No,
but he catches the kick. And a kick to the gut.
Oh, and a big time stunner.
And Daivari goes down hard. Anderson, however, looks like he's not going to be able to capitalize on this right away to go for the pinfall. having suffered the damage at the hands of Ariya Daivari throughout the rest of this contest. Both men down now. The referee with the 10 count now at 3. Will these men be able to get back to their feet? Of course, if this is a double 10 count, again,
5.
Ariya Daivari retains that title.
Ken Anderson now up on all fours, as is Ariya. Ariya seems to be the one to strike first. Anderson fires back.
These men exchanging
Daivari.
hard right hands now.
Vicious back and forth action here.
Anderson back up to his feet, and Daivari follows. Just slugging away at each other now. Heavy, hard, vicious right hands from Ken Anderson. Now forearms
Staggering
and
him.
chops. Daivari in real trouble now. Anderson just having his way. Oh, but Daivari with a counter strike of his own. Off the ropes. Anderson with going for a swinging neck breaker, but Daivari counters.
Sternum first into the turnbuckle. Anderson moves though, and Aria's face hits the top turnbuckle. And now Anderson, vicious strikes to the corner on the WrestlePalooza champion.
These fans counting along with the strikes.
I can't believe they could count to 10.
Come on, JJ.
Got him up on a fireman's carry. Blocked though by Ariya. Elbows into the face of Ken Anderson.
Daivari into the corner and a big boot to Anderson's face.
Eating leather in that corner was Ken Anderson.
Daivari up to the second
Took
rope.
too long, taunting Anderson by saying, Anderson, fireman's carry. Are we gonna see it? Are we gonna see the Lambo leap? The Green Bay plunge. Two only.
Not enough to put down the WrestlePalooza champion.
We've seen that move beat a lot of people. That Lambo leap.
These men both struggling now.
Now he's got
Anderson the first to his feet.
the pro that is Anderson. He didn't waste a moment. A lot of guys would have sat there, looked wide-eyed at the referee for something like, oh, I can't believe I lost. No, right back up. And now Ariya firing back with elbows to the ear and back ahead of Ken Anderson. Look at those elbows are just violent. Anderson down to one knee. Oh, go behind there.
Daivari
Oh, he hit his own version of the mic check on Ken Anderson.
going for the pinfall now, or
No.
perhaps not.
Oh,
No.
a little fly chic
Of
fly.
course. Daivari looking to put Ken Anderson away.
The magic carpet ride. Got it.
He's got him. This is it.
One, two,
No!
two.
Unbelievable. Ken Anderson kicks out of the magic carpet ride. Ariya Daivari
This crowd cannot believe it. I can't believe it.
That has put away so many other competitors. That move, the reason that Ariya Daivari is still champion against so many men, not able to put away Mr. Anderson here tonight.
Ariya's doing exactly what I said Ken didn't do earlier and arguing with the referee when he could have capitalized and got right back on top of him. Jawbreaker there, into the referee.
Oh, and the referee goes down.
You're
This
having a
is
plethora
not good.
of ref bumps here, ref attacks here tonight.
Anderson with the pin. The referee is down. It doesn't matter if the ref doesn't count it. These fans know that Anderson just won the WrestlePalooza title, but there's no referee to count.
Anderson verbally just yelling right now at the referee, said he cannot believe this. He knows he won.
He knows he should be the first wrestling WrestlePalooza champion right now.
In his mind, he's the champion, but it doesn't matter. What matters is whether or not the
Daivari
referee's
brought the belt
hand.
into the ring now.
Are you sure? I think he's just
Anderson trying to bring the referee back to consciousness, but Daivari with the belt
Ducks
swings
under.
and misses.
Oh.
Anderson,
Oh.
big boot to
Don't
Daivari's
cheat.
gut. Anderson with the belt now. What's he got in mind? As we said, neither one of these men afraid to take shortcuts. The referee coming back to his feet now. This is
Dusty
not
just
good
saw
for
that.
Anderson. Oh no. The referee takes the belt away. And a big
Oh!
kick from Daivari as Anderson goes down. Here's the pin.
1, 2, 3. Sheik Ariya Daivari wins. He retains the first wrestling WrestlePalooza title.
Of this match, and still first wrestling WrestlePalooza champion, Sheik Ariya Daivari.
Oh!
Hey folks, I'm WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and if you want to listen to a good podcast, listen to my good buddies Jim and Rando at Suplex City Limits. That's the podcast to check out wrestling. Tough guy, ho!
Here they come, rulers of the Roost, Mike Hartenbauer and Kenny Sutra.
We are finally going to see the collision of these two teams, the rulers of the Roost and the Whirlwind Gentlemen. I'm excited, JJ. I know you're excited. Looks like the rulers of the Roost are excited and ready to go as well. These men, of course, stole the tag team title belts from the Whirlwind Gentlemen.
Introducing first, hailing from the south side of Chicago, the team of Kenny Sutra and Mike Hartenbauer,
it was
the rulers of the Roost.
It definitely was. The rulers of the Roost and the Whirlwind Gentlemen in a four-way tag team match yesterday, along with the Bonus Boys and the team of Tommy Lee Curtis and Mason Mayhem. The Roost and the Whirlwind Gentlemen ended up brawling all over the building here at the Baymont Inn and Suites in Fargo, North Dakota.
You notice they came out for a fight. They're not coming here to wrestle. They're not wearing their gear. They're not wearing singlets or trunks. They're here to fight.
This is, and it's just come to a head between these two teams. Last night, Commissioner Barkley clearly had enough. Some strong language and some strong words from Commissioner Barkley. He has had enough, and we are going to see an end to this insanity.
Introducing next, hailing from the Neon City, they are the FLW Tag Team Champions, Jack Manley, Remy Marcel, the Whirlwind Gentlemen.
The Whirlwind Gentlemen also coming prepared for a fight here tonight, but you will see, rightfully so, they are in possession of the FLW Tag Team Championship belts. They are the FLW Tag Team Champions.
If you say so.
I do say so,
Ladies
JJ,
and gentlemen,
as does the commissioner.
I am making this cage match not only pinfall submission, but also escape the cage for the titles.
Commissioner Barkley just making this match winnable by pinfall or submission.
Very serious look on both Manley and Remy's face here.
Or you will also be able to win the titles by escaping the cage.
They not here in their neon suits. They're not here in their purple tearaway suits. They're here to fight. There was no joking around between them. There was no asking the crowd for love, really. Well, now he is. But they were coming out very stone-faced and ready for a fight. The referee better be ready. Just get out of their way.
It took 7, 8 men last night to keep these two teams apart.
There's no keeping them
there
apart
it
here.
goes.
And now they go for a fight. Double leg takedown by each, both Manley and Marcel. They're in the jeans. Sutra is the smaller of the two in the green shorts. And Hartenbauer already has Remy Marcel up in the air.
And Kenny Sutra with Jack Manley on his shoulders, but Jack Manley fighting back.
Oh, Remy
Marcel
goes under.
down, and
oh!
The rulers of the Roost slammed into each other. This match is going to be insanity inside that cage.
There is no running away with the tag belts this time for either rulers of the Roost or the Whirlwind Gentlemen. Oh!
Sutra and Hartenbauer both go down. The Whirlwind Gentlemen have had enough of the rulers of the Roost. The referee really just there to serve to count the pinfall or call the submission. Remy Marcel calling for Kenny Sutra and Hartenbauer to go into the cage, but they blocked it. And now the rulers of the Roost firing back on the Whirlwind Gentlemen.
Ooh, a boot to the midsection there from Sutra and Hartenbauer to Manley and Marcel. Double throw into the cage!
The Whirlwind Gentlemen, the first to taste the steel here in this match.
It was such an unforgiving steel structure yesterday when the Hooligans defeated the Viking War Party for the 0-1 USA Tag Titles, which you could see on a previous episode of Foil Loaded TV. Now a boot to the throat for Mike Hartenbauer on Jack Manley. Remy over there on the other side being torn apart by Kenny Sutra. little Tasmanian devil. He's small, but so violent and vicious.
That is an apt comparison, JJ. The fully loaded TV, by the way, available on our YouTube channel, also on the Fight TV app.
A headbutt. It appears that Hartenbauer either has a belt or he's taken the tape off his wrist and is choking Manley with it.
And of course, nothing the referee can do about it. Everything goes in this contest.
Oh, Sutra now with a boot to the throat of Marcel, and really the Whirlwind Gentlemen, other than coming out a little bit on fire, they have not had a whole lot of offense here.
The Rulers of the Roost in control. Does look like a belt now that that Hartenbauer is using there on Jack Manley. Rulers of the Roost in control. Looks like they're sending them back into the steel again, and the Whirlwind Gentlemen in real trouble
vicious,
here.
Violent, personified here.
The steel cage does no men any favors.
Manley and Marcel, many times they have tagged together for years. They are many times over tag champions elsewhere. Here tonight, though, they are
and the Gentlemen into the cage again. Mike Hartenbauer throwing Jack Manley into the cage, using that belt wrapped around his neck. Vicious brutality. Now the Rulers of the Roost shouting with these fans a bit, maybe shouting at the Whirlwind Gentlemen, mocking them. In firm control of this match, however.
I was just about to say that. This was supposed to be Manley and Marcel's moment to take everything back, and it's being ruined by Rulers of the Roost.
We may, in fact, see the Rulers of the Roost become the tag team champions for real, not just possessing the belts.
Oh! The power of Hartenbauer.
Manley violently down to the canvas. Sutra into the corner on Remy Marcel, and now Hartenbauer following him in.
Look at the teamwork from Rulers of the Roost as they have taken over. Oh, Hartenbauer, so big and strong. The least experience in this ring, but you wouldn't know by watching him.
The Whirlwind Gentlemen are in trouble right now.
Sutra's not the biggest guy, but he uses all of his body weight. Everything about him is violent.
You said earlier comparing him to a Tasmanian devil, and I think that's absolutely correct.
Big-time clotheslines here by Hartenbauer. Manley has not been up for a while now.
And he's not going to get up for a while with Sutra over there stomping him into the mat. The referee at a loss here, but I don't know why. It's not like he needs to call anything in this.
Well, he still has to
Except
check
the pinfall,
on the,
of course.
Well, no, he has to check on the safety and if they can continue a match. That's why he does that. I don't care, though. I think the Rulers of the Roost should just beat the hell out of the
Frankly, I don't think the Rulers of the Roost or the Whirlwind Gentlemen really care about their own safety either.
102, excuse me.
All either one of these teams cares about is walking out of that cage as the fully loaded wrestling tag team champions. Mike Hartenbauer again showing off his incredible strength here.
Remy fighting, but Remy into the cage!
Throws him right into that unforgiving steel.
Oh, Mike Hartenbauer.
I do not know how much more the Whirlwind Gentlemen can take.
I don't think this is what the commissioner had in mind when he made this match.
I don't think it's what anyone expected from this match either, with the to have the Rulers of the
Manley
Roost
firing back.
Dominating here.
Manley firing back, but he's by himself as Marcel is down.
Do not ever count the Whirlwind Gentlemen out. Jack Manley floors Mike Hartenbauer. Kenny Sutra, though.
Where's he got him? Oh! I don't know what you call that, but it was effective.
I don't believe I've ever seen that maneuver before either, JJ. That's incredible.
He's an innovator. He does so many weird, different things and variations in that ring, does Mr. Kenny Sutra.
As I said, this is not the match I was expecting from the Whirlwind Gentlemen.
I told you.
Especially after that vicious brawl yesterday.
You know, everyone. Oh! He just cut him in half with a spear.
Jack Manley getting out of the way, and now this may be what the Whirlwind Gentlemen need to take over control of this match. Jack Manley firing off on Mike Hartenbauer, knocking him to the mat. And again, he takes him down. Remy Marcel trying to get out of the way and make his way back to his feet.
Big knee there from Mike Hartenbauer as he is now taking back control of the match. Manley up in the air. Don't go behind him.
Manley
springboard. Oh, springboard bulldog.
Jack Manley now in control of Mike Hartenbauer, going for the cover. 1, 2. Kenny Sutra right there to break up the pin.
Good job there saving the FLW Tag Team Titles. Marcel now firing back. A big boot to the face of Kenny Sutra.
And you can tell as soon as the Whirlwind Gentlemen start to come back and get a little bit
a big tornado TDT.
They get a little bit of the control edge in this match. and the pace starts to pick up, that's where they like to see it. High speed, a lot of action. They're moving this match back into their territory now.
Oh, Hartenbauer cuts him off with a big boot in the midsection. Got him up for a power bomb, maybe here.
Into the cage! Did you see
my
the power
God.
of Hartenbauer? I don't know if this steel cage is going to be able to stand up to the violence of this match,
My
JJ.
goodness, that power bomb was vicious, and he is proving once again to be the strongest man in this match, and maybe one of the strongest men in fully loaded wrestling is Mr. Hartenbauer.
All four of these men now struggling to regain their feet, and rightly so. Jack Manley back up, but Kenny Sutra up as well and boots him in the stomach. Now vicious knee strikes to Manley's head. And sliced bread from Kenny Sutra with the pin on Jack Manley. 1, 2.
2 only as he kicks out.
But a kick out. The Whirlwind Gentlemen will not be put down. They've got fire, they've got heart, and it's going to take a lot more than that for the Rulers of the Roost to become the FLW Tag Team Champions. Hartenbauer now with Jack Manley up on the top turnbuckle. Kenny Sutra in the opposite corner wailing on Remy Marcel. Hartenbauer
Again,
going up here.
in
What's he got in
control.
mind for Jack Manley?
Superplex coming, no, blocked here so far by Manley. And again, look at the Roost dominating once again.
Kenny Sutra just viciously driving his knees into Remy Marcel.
Oh, Hartenbauer's head hit that cage violently. Now Jack, excuse me, oh, big
Kenny
uppercut.
Sutra, incredible awareness right
Every
back across the ring.
single time it looks like they're going to get it together, something happens with the Roost cutting him off and beating on him.
As
Marcel hitting him in the back. Oh, we've seen this before.
this could be what the Whirlwind Gentlemen need. Jack Manley up to the top.
Oh, and his own partner!
Vicious clothesline.
Shades of the Legion of Doom.
The Whirlwind Gentlemen now back to their feet and firing up. They're feeling the energy of this crowd. Mike Hartenbauer being measured, and a
Double super kick! It's a super kick party in Fargo.
Puts him to the ground. Jack Manley now going after Kenny Sutra. What do the Whirlwind Gentlemen have in mind for Kenny?
This is the violence I expected from the Whirlwind Gentlemen. Up, down, oh, a stunner!
Incredible modified assisted double team stunner. I don't even know what to call that from the Whirlwind Gentlemen, but it was an incredible move, and the Gentlemen now taking over control of this cage match, and we are seeing why they are the fully loaded tag team champions.
Will they retain? Will they keep or will the Roost recover here as they are taking a moment? Precious there, and they're gonna walk out.
Just walked out
The
of
tag
cage.
team champions.
Your winners of this match, and still FLW Tag Team Champions.
That was a convincing
the
ending to that match.
Whirlwind Gentlemen.
I mean, there was no desperately crawling over. They beat the Roost down to the point that they could just walk out of the cage.
Impressive domination in this match from the Whirlwind Gentlemen. In fact, the Rulers of the Roost controlling a good portion of that contest, but the Whirlwind Gentlemen found their opening, took over control, established their dominance, and walked out with the goal.
Unbelievable event here. Fully loaded wrestling's no escape both nights, and I guess there was an escape to be made by the Whirlwind Gentlemen.